Alright, this video is not going to be the greatest of quality. It's not going to be edited in any way, shape, or form. We're just going to get to the point. You know, when we're looking at some words. Math, dimensions, volume, addition. Okay, because what we have is we have this is a 16-ounce styrofoam cup. So if there's a 12-ounce cup and then a 16 and then a 20, then this is a medium. This is medium sized. And to us, it's just a cup. It's just a cup. But what does this cup represent? If I take this Gatorade right here and I open it up and I pour it in this cup, what happened? I'm transferring liquid, but there's also too a force behind it. There's a hidden force. So I'm transferring. Is that volume in there? Yes. So that volume, the liquid substance, the volume, is going to be transferred into this cup. Now this cup that was empty, there was nothing in that cup. So now we have the contents of what was inside this container. It's a containment. And we watch entertainment. Con. 2 words. Tainment. So this container right here, it's a container. Now you got to go with me and just shut up and listen. Is holding a force. So it would be volume. Synonyms for dimension. Volume. Proportions. Measurements. Measurement. Ment is mind. Size. Length. Breadth. Depth. So a dimension is longitude, latitude, and altitude. It's not length, width, and height. That's the outer surface. We're going to slowly get to something. Okay? So, are you starting to understand how this is empty? Okay? Let's take this brain out. And what we have here is just a shell. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. This brain cavity, it's a cavity, isn't it? Isn't there? Yeah, it holds this brain. It holds it. But we're taking this brain out. And now what we're doing is this. Is now we're going to put these screens in front of these brains. Okay? So, real quick, we're going to look at the similarity of unseen volume. Turn up the volume. It's on all the TVs. Volume is a dimension. Yeah. In less than 5 minutes, I've messed you up. Big time. You should be going, whoa. Yeah. I'm giving it to you blatantly in your face. Black magic. Okay. So, when a child's thrown into this world, it just throws this. So, the content in here, the content in there is this. All it's doing is transferring from these creators, demons. And the volume, which would be dimensions, black magic, are being channeled into here and filling this cavity with volume, with dimensions, no way different than this. Because in your world, this is good. This is shit. This is my whole point. Here's spring water. Okay. Now we're going to look at 2 different forces physically. My whole point is there ain't no child outside looking up. So, You're going to understand good and bad force, unseen and seen. Okay, at the end of the day, can you feed these to plants? No, you can't. They'll die. But see, in your world, no, it hydrates. You're an idiot. This does. This is what you're made of. This is spring water. This comes from God and charged and everything. So when I transfer God, substance, water, spirit, that creates my soul and everything combined with air, when I transfer God into this cup right here, then I'm consuming godly substances. If I'm transferring this into there, I'm consuming man substances. That literally causes, yes, it does. You can't drink this. It'll dehydrate you. Don't say, well, we know you got to drink. If you knew you could just drink water all the time, spring water, you would never fucking shut down. You could probably still eat like shit because it's got all 12 mineral cell salts in it that goes with all 12 systems of the anatomy. So now what we have is these, if you're an LGBT, you should fucking be on the floor right now because you're seeing how you're the new slave brand product. Without those images everywhere. That's all you're watching. That's all your child is watching. Be this fucking idiot. There's nothing good in you. Because nothing good is coming through there and filling up the volume of the brain of thought, the occipital lobe, the sensorium organ. The occipital lobe has to do with your imagination. So a child that has their imagination at 5, they create concrete realities around shit that ain't even fucking real. Unseen force, black magic volume going into here. This is an addition. So an addition, let's see. Volume. Dimensions. Okay. Addition and volume. See, when there's 7 different volumes of books, that's not 7 each volumes. That's seven different fucking measurements of black magic. Printed black magic that only means something to demons that put them together for us to memorize, and that's it. You don't have no experience. You don't even know why the printing press was created. Wouldn't that make sense that we were all looking up and living fucking off beautiful land and flowers? But in your world, that's not real, man. We're flying through space. Aliens are coming. There's germs everywhere. All this shit. None of that's real. Because the volumes from books and fake shit that you've done has filled this cavity, which would be your occipital lobe and your senses and everything about your whole brain makeup has been designed by unseen forces that are very demonic. Okay? So each volume of a book is going to represent measurement. It's going to represent a bunch of black magic. And it represents creating not real fucking shit. At all. There's none of it real. It's why do they fucking have to, you gotta, seriously, everything that y'all are telling me that's real, you literally see that image 1,000 times every day. So if it's real, then tell them to take down all those images. You know what you're going to buy. That's billions of dollars that could go into communities and wipe out all homelessness, starvation, and every fucking thing overnight. The money that they spend on garbage. So do you not understand that your brain and your cavity has been filled up with those billboards and those commercials and those ads? Measurement. Which it's fucking, you can measure it. I'm measuring it and giving it to you. See, you say you can't measure screen time. Yes, you can. Just look at your society. I've told you, if 20,000 fucking hours is uploaded into that shit by the time they're 20 of screens, Guys, we didn't grow up with that shit. You need to think about it. They're giving these children who are full-blown black magic idiots, they are giving them power. They're not teaching any laws, no sympathy, empathy, structure, discipline, kindness. It can't be taught because AI screens will not allow that. That's the opposite of what I'm telling you. So when we grew up, impulses were not there of rebellion and satanic impulses. And now they're in all these children's hands. They don't get to vote. I'm sorry, in your little program black magic world of cartoons, because listen, all these images that goes into here, God created your eyes. Wouldn't that make sense that Satan puts signs up everywhere so you'll never think about God and nature, and then gets on the screen and goes, germs are everywhere. Try. Satan has made you hate God. So by the time the child is 20 now, there is 20,000 hours of screen time, probably 1 million fucking deaths. Yeah. They've never been punished. They've never been held accountable. That's not a fucking human being or a person of Christ. What are you talking about? They're just running around and repeating what this is. Remember the medium cup? This is the medium cup right here. It's what's filled up with this, and this is infinity. What is a medium in black magic? In the context of black magic, a medium is a person often called a spirit medium who acts as an intermediary to invoke, control, or communicate with malevolent spirits, demons, or the dead for harmful purposes, such as cursing or hexing. They are perceived to have control over supernatural forces. This is a medium, and I'm giving you the definition of medium. So medium cups is just what it is. And we know what the force is, the liquid. They're sodas that causes all kinds of fucking diseases in the world. But you learn in elementary school that all that shit doesn't do anything to you. That's right. There's no fuck. You can't catch. Listen, the more you watch something and they say, did you catch it? You're already scared. You're already demon scared. Oh God, it's everywhere. So mentally, psychologically, that's a weapon. It's insane. And then you go what? And then their store is sitting right there, their black magic store. And then you go run down there and buy all the shit. And I'll be goddamned if they ain't got the shelves full the next fucking day. So who's really making money off of shit? If you're like me, they'll go away. That's what I'm saying. They already know what's in me, and I do too. Are you starting to understand now what an empty brain is? Do you understand? See, you're not going to willingly drink poisonous substances. You're not going to do that. In black magic, the individual has to welcome the trick or the soul takeover. That's what it is. So, and the more they repeat it over and over, and there's billboards everywhere, in a time like we are, needing to come together and really work things out, there's nothing out there. It's actually to separate you more. Division. Okay, you have two opposing currents, blue and red, and always at each other. And you just agitate both currents. And both sides, even though now, I can't believe that you just can't see, like, if we're going to look at the Democrats, it is not even it is beyond the worst fucking organization to ever be on this earth. Do you not see what they're doing to these children? All they're doing is uploading this shit. The Democrats already control all the schools. So they're programming this fucking weird satanic Ahriman that they don't teach them anything other than inclusion, equity, and all this other shit, whatever black magic they do. And they just repeat it. But see, the people teaching them to be that are the ones that created all the chaos that you've seen on their fake televisions. So they can come in and go, there is a way around all this. It was all created to collapse, and it was all designed a long time ago. Look, I'll share a video, and it's Steiner, and he's telling, and it's a 2-lecture thing, but it would take you, even with your clever intellectual mind, which is nothing but memorization. You don't have any true experience. You really don't. You believe anything that's in a fucking screen, which is idiocy. It's fucking pure idiocy. Y'all have no help. You have no fucking hope at anything other than what a screen tells you to do. But in these lectures, he tells you how the Third Reich come about. And how he doesn't specifically say the Jesuits, but it's who did it. And the Jesuits were created as a counter group against the Reformation, Martin Luther. So you got to think, there's a demon, like, let me tell you something. They live lifetimes and say they're for Jesus and pray with you and fucking murder you and then pray right with you. So for over 500 years, the Roman Empire, which is the Vatican, they never fail. They've been getting this fucking demon thing, shit, it's fucking crazy. And they go into all the lands. And they even tell you, for 1,000 years they've been there. But we got there and brought them water and medicine, and now they're all dead. And we're going to go to the next town and kill them all and then write fake history books because we created a fake printing press, and then we're going to sell generational fake fucking lies. You need to think about it. You're a label mind. You've got to see a label. That's black magic. Fuck, I swear. It's just who you've been your whole life. Listen, most of y'all, you won't come out of it. You won't accept it. And see, that's no different than an alcoholic saying, I don't have a problem. So it doesn't matter how much money you think you have and who the fuck you know and where you work. You're an idiot. Okay? Your whole dependence is on that shit. And I'm against it. It's Satan, 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 Satan. 50 years ago, children were in shape, running around, teenagers fucking swimming everywhere, fighting and being friends. And look at it now. And that's what you take up for, because the only thing that's in your brain, your cup, is black magic. So the only thing you know how to do is to take up for your master, which is screens. And that's it. Do you understand? Look, here's one of Crawley's books. Google the George Floyd mural. It's that shit. Here, we'll do it. George Floyd mural, Minneapolis. Oh, there's all kinds of them they're showing. It's not, you're still there. Where's the little fucking wing one? You see them wings? That shit right there has to do with the Phoenicians. That's no Jesus angel fucking wings. It's that shit. That was in Germany too. This has nothing to do with any human being. I can tell you that. But they've corrupted every motherfucking thing out there. And this is your pillars, number 11. Okay? And all this is just some poems and shit. A mural is just an image. He was in on that shit and sold it. He was even at his own fucking funeral. That was when all of a sudden, and it's just like the hood shit, like Barack, and that bullshit story. Well, that was created to make all the fucking idiots wear hoodies. Yeah, and be little weirdos and block God off and the magnetic field and everything. Stories ain't real. Not one fucking story. It doesn't matter. These Jesuits are in your fucking town too. It doesn't matter. They're anywhere from first newborns until they're almost decrepit and dead. And they're all put out there to make sure you stay in that circuit of billboards, of AI, of fucking follow whatever fake athlete, follow whatever fake fucking movie star there is. All these children are so glued into these Listen, do you really think that these screens are meant for the eyes and the optic nerve? No, they're not. And yet, not one fucking one of you mamas out there raising fucking Cain in hell, risking losing everything for Jesus and saying enough's enough with the fucking screens. Okay? Because that's all it is. Children are grabbing books now and going, you failed, not me. So all these images, these colors, what they do is they agitate the optic nerve and the brain and the fluid and the pia matter. So when the child drinks black magic chemicals and then goes to this, it agitates it. And those are the children with the LGBT communities going, don't you say that to my child. They're in there programming I'm talking about the meanest fucking Arimons. They're the ones who will cuss you and fucking they will try to take you out. And then if you turn on them, they turn into a 1-year-old fucking child and just start screaming at the top of their lungs. Ah! And then, oh, goddamn, here comes the rest of them. Now, what are you doing to them? Huh? She just tried to cut my head off. No, she didn't. Don't you fuck. And it's just screams. Your movement is nothing but hate and anger and blame and so Nazi that it's not even funny. And yet you go to the shit just like the child. And you're transferring black magic into you. This controls you. You've been influenced by demons. Thought you was so good at this fucking way of life. And here I am. Coming in here and telling you that your only connection to this fucking world is a screen. And you'll always be mean. You'll always be hateful and disgusting. That's no way to come through this life. To come through this life and to upload screens. When there's all this fucking beauty you've been kept from out there in nature, God, Spirit, you've been kept from all of it for generations. That's the thing is, they go in and destroy these fucking, well, I mean, it was all melted anyways, and then once it grows back, there's spirit in anything that has life and group soul. So, you know, you're not taught that. You're taught nature means nothing. You're taught that life forms need to be killed. We need to pour chemicals on everything. And then they get on their black magic and go, yeah, birds are carrying germs, all this, bats, germs, oh yeah, it's not real. Satan controls this fucking world. He controls who you are, what you watch, and your thinking, your thoughts, everything. If he doesn't, then why do y'all all get up and go to these screens? And then at the end of the day, you go right fucking back to them. And they're telling you what to do. And you'll say, no, they're not. Then put it down. And you'll look around and it's like, that's how fucking far gone y'all are. Whatever it is they introduce, you eat it up and you morph into it. You question it. But then all those impulses of Satan outweighs that questioning. And then you just conform to it. And then you take up for it. And you got to remember, all that nasty shit that y'all display towards me, it goes with you. All that ignoring shit. All that fucking... What kind of Christians are y'all? When somebody has... The only way that you're going to understand what I've gone through. I've thought about this for years. And I finally got an answer. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter. Black, white, brown. It doesn't matter who you are. Let's say you had something, but you were actually okay in life. You got a good family. You're really fucking educated. You've got a lot of knowledge. You can work hard and get shit going. And let's say that something in your life came in and was detrimental and then everything under your feet was yanked out from underneath you. Let's say that it's gone. It doesn't matter how it's gone, whether it's through alcoholism or whatever. It's gone. Okay? And you've got it in you to get all that shit back and then some. But guess what? For the rest of your fucking life, nobody's going to allow you to ever try to get on your feet. The new you can stay there. Yeah, we know you can build malls and all this shit, but fuck you. You're a fucking junkie. And then nobody ever gives you, they just look at you like a fucking crackhead forever because screens influenced you and them to look at you that way. And then you're begging people saying it's a lie. And everybody's saying, fuck you. Fuck you. We love our screens. We love being enslaved. And then you just sit there begging, asking, knocking doors down. Motherfuckers closing left and right. But you gotta stay in the fight. Because the only door that I'm worried about is right up there. And that's the one none of y'all even look to. You don't even look for it. And then you're gonna sit there. And you're going to contemplate every day without TV. And you're going to go look at nature. And you're going to look at God. Because I said this, I've told people when human beings gave up on me, God didn't. And that's with nature and water and mud and spring water and flowers and the seasons. Oh my God, it's beautiful. And that's where my life is now. And yours is still in front of a fucking screen. Y'all are all imprisoned in your mind. You've been under mass hypnosis for centuries. You have been regurgitated over and over like a bad fucking habit. And you've been raised with yet another fake ideology to send you to the other side with bullshit fucking lies. You think there's going to be no consequences from just uploading screens day in and day out? You think they wasn't created to subdue our subconscious and to program little children? Because that's why it was created. They didn't pop up in the beginning, these stores, to everybody needs phones and shit. They had to get all this information in everybody's hands as it's slowly repopulating. So they can get more fucking lies everywhere and more bullshit everywhere and more people overweight, obese, depending on chemicals, and then they're going to stop that one day. And then all of y'all out here that's made fun of me and that are addicts on all these high-powered drinks and foods, you're going to be the zombies. That's the truth. It's the truth. All this zombie shit is y'all. Think about it. All these children that have high-powered fructose every morning, it's gone. Then you got to live with that fucking little Arimon. That's by design. See, they're filling up these houses with all these gadgets, and now these children are watching these satanic impulses. So when shit is going to pop off, there's going to be a large percentage of a lot of people dying, literally overnight. Because these children they have always, it doesn't matter who you are, you have never been conditioned that what if this shit stops? What if it stops? Because then you have human beings who have been in this world that has been like their fucking hand. So what happens when the hand goes? All hell breaks loose. You don't understand that. When no medications can come to your town, then all of you die. And there's no resource. It's going to happen. It will slowly happen. I know you don't want to hear that because the screen has never told you that. That's why. The screen's not going to tell you what they're going to fucking do. They're going to keep you stupid and make you dumber, so when they do it, you're going to flip. Because when people fucking die with their emotions and adrenaline through the roof, then it's a big deal for demons, for Satan. See, in your world, you just die. It's heaven and hell. It's like you're insane. Y'all are fucking insane. They have programmed y'all. Not one fucking church even goes against AI. And now you've brought AI in, tranny shit, fuck you, man. Do whatever we want. That's Aleister Crowley. Do as thou wilt. That's y'all now. That's all of you. So, this video is in very much a lot of love, because it doesn't matter who you are. You're not fucking doing what you were put here to do by God. You're doing exactly what screens have told you to do and what they will continue to do. Older people, you grew up around the radio. TV really wasn't around. And y'all all made fun of your grandpas and great-granddaddies hitting canes on the floor and shit during wrestling matches they'd listen to on the radio. And you'd say, Granddaddy, it's not real. It's fake. And you were running around everywhere outside in shape, eating out of the fucking ground, all y'all. Hell yeah. And now, I'll be goddamned if you ain't sitting in there on the couches now, every one of y'all in unison yelling at the TV the same way they's yelling at the radio. You're no different. You just can't see that. You just can't fucking see that. See, you go to these structures that are ran by Jesuits. You're not going to question that position and the clothes they wear and all this prestige that Satan gives you in positions. So Jesus would eradicate all of the suits and ties and dresses, AI screens, wires in the walls and everything, and open up every fucking window in there and say, we are going to breathe some fresh air in and sing some, and then we're going outside to have a sermon. It's crazy. I was down there in Tallulah Falls. I'd have never... One of my buddies, his name's Jason, but H, he actually found that place for me. You know what I mean? See, people don't understand. This is not just something that I just fell into. That just took me back. It did. But I mean, at Tallulah Falls, we didn't have TV. I was going to say something else. But we didn't have TV down there. And the board of members, one of them was wanting it in there. And looking back now, I know who he was. We went to literally 400 different churches all around that northeast area of Georgia. They belong to this thing, and see, that's what I have. Not just that, but other Penfield, other places. I've been to literally probably 1,000 churches, if not more, in my life. So I have all this different experience of seeing the different setup of the image and the whole appeal of it. Because whenever I spoke at one of those churches, and the pastor came over there and told me not to speak about, don't talk about, your past. Just speak about what Jesus has done for you. And it's like, what? Because, I didn't know what to think. Because I'd written out, something. So I got up there, and the Holy Spirit came out. It sure did. And there wasn't much he could say. Anywhere I've ever spoke, I'm so controversial. It's like, we really can't, even though everybody in there's like, I preach, man. And it's like, it ain't me speaking. But anyways, I just let it rip. Crying, and God, everybody out there was crying. And it was the most beautiful thing ever. Because that was like the first time that I had been in front of people, a bunch, and literally lost my shit. But see, that's the humility. That's what God wants you to do. And all these structures tell you just to hold it in. Just give it to God at night. It's like, that's the worst fucking shit that you can do. But, okay, if you do that, then why are you still fucking corrupt as shit and doing the same shit every day? Because you don't fucking mean it. You get with somebody that you not somebody that's going to hold shit against you. But sitting there, you know, afterwards, you have no idea of the weight that goes. It doesn't matter how hard that you think you are. This world has done that. You know, and this demon machine that controls these screens is creating an emotionless human, which means godless. You can't have emotions when you're just watching fucking cartoons all day and scrolling on the shit and growing into Instagram, growing into Facebook. They're growing into the shit. How do you not understand what I am saying? Their whole chemical makeup is being designed into this. So how can you not see that all of these fucking idiots that are jumping on board with the weakest shit ever, they're destroying ICE because they got to get rid of the government. So they're going to meticulously just fucking... Why not go at Jesus at first then, though? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because after they get rid of ICE, they got to go at the police, the church. They got to go at money. You know, it's not hard. You create these fucking dumb kids with no responsibility. So when they get a credit card, it maxes out and then they're in debt. And then eventually, you know, it's all satanic by design, you know, but eventually some dumb swinging dick's going to get on fake satanic TV and go, hey, I'm going to make sure everybody gets free food all the time. Free Starbucks, free McDonald's, even though all that shit causes diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, dementia, fucking Alzheimer's and everything. And you know what those little Ahrimanic demon dummies will say? I'm on board. Because this made the decision for them. This did. Remember, this fucking brain is empty, but it's full of demons. We used to build tree houses and shit. I ain't seen a fucking tree house in years. No, we were in Arkansas. I'll take that back. This kid was out there, and I was like, man, I wish I could turn around and take a fucking picture. Nowadays, it's like, what are you doing, my child? Huh? It's like, no, I'm just saying I'm a real fucking guy, too. It's just, I'll never see it. You know, I'm talking about shit, boards falling off, hitting kids in faces and knocking them out and getting fucking stitches, and then in 2 hours, they're right back out there, man. Goddamn, we're building a fort, man. We're building a fort! Now it's... They get some stitches. They're going to fucking have 80 hydros. They're going to be in a hospital for 3 or 4 fucking days. The mommy's going to be in there babying them and pampering them. Here, do you want another gadget? Here, I'll make sure you get plenty of cartoons. Here, do you want a Starbucks? I know you're 7, but here, it's the size of you. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, little Ahriman mom? There ain't none of that shit. None of it. None of it. It's the weakest children, the weakest parents. And they're all screens. That's it. That's it. If you take the screens away, you'll see what would happen. It'd be over. And that's my job is to get you to at least start thinking about what the fuck am I going to do if the power does cut? And like these wars in China or aliens come on, I'm serious. Well, how do you know it goes out? Oh shit, everybody's done flipped and freaked. And then all of a sudden it comes on. We are aliens. We've been watching you for a while. It's not real. The aliens have to show up sooner or later. And Bill Clinton told a class of college students probably 30 years ago, maybe 35. He told them in their class, he said, your generation will see aliens. Yeah. All right, y'all be good. You know, and it's like, that's a statement so powerful that all news organizations should have picked it up and broadcasted it everywhere just like they do. ICE is over here. ICE is over here. They're against LGBT. They're against LGBT. Oh, we're going to guide you into hell. You need to understand something. If you're not out of it by now, if you go and you pull up LGBT and then do an inventory on what you represent now, you can't say it's you've got to create violence to get better. It's like, that's the most fucking Ahrimanic demon insane thing. You've been programmed, no different than the Germans, than the SS Gestapo. That's who you are. It's really who you are. That's it. It's that easy. And they all talk about everybody else being Nazis. So wouldn't it make sense, the black magic, they get you to tell everybody else who the fuck you really are? It's not hard to see it. And here's the thing is, there's the lightning bolt. That's the G for masonry, but that G is really a 6-pointed star. It's a broken right there, and I'd have to show you. See these lightning bolts? That's Satan. That's SS. Yeah, it's Kiss's logo too. It's fucked up, man. They played Kiss everywhere and all that, and the whole time. Look, Google He-Man. Look. Damn. He-Man. My stomach's growling. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Look, it doesn't matter, black, white. I'm gonna tell you right now, this fucking demon that controls us, that controls us, his little workers, they have made it to where the mockery is that we enjoy stuff it's not even racist. It's beyond that. Beyond that. And they do that to all races. And I'm going to tell you this. You've been conditioned for a long time with black, white, and brown. We could start this saying, let's just stop saying color at all. Because, see, you're conditioned in school to check a box. So is that who you are? A box? You just check a box, black, white, and brown? No. Why would you fucking do that? Why would you do that? Just write your fucking name down. Well, we gotta have stats. No, you fucking don't. That proves that is like we have to have numbers because numbers represents true fucking slavery. That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to see it. And now these schools, yeah, since they've slowly overpopulated the earth and mixed every kind of fucking culture that there is, now there's 80 boxes. Which one you want to be now? Hell, we'll just make shit up. And then it's him, her, him, they, them, that. It's not fucking real. And the children, they see that. So there goes God by. And now we're just weird fucking, I don't even know how to identify. There's so many choices right here. So it's just a menu fucking board. Like the medium cup, you're empty. So you've got to implant your program from black magic, and then this is going to make you live it out because you're empty in there. I love you.